Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, some bad news for physical media. One of the bigger chains, I think, in the US, Best Buy, is stopping from selling DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks. I think they're aiming at doing that in the next, like the first quarter, so in the first few months of the year. They're not going to be selling any Blu-rays or DVDs or 4Ks anymore, and, you know, it's obviously not a good thing for physical media. But it's not surprising either, as other chains have sort of done the same thing. Now, Walmart still has 45% share of the market, and Amazon is a major player, and they have people like Paramount releasing all their Blu-ray and 4K steelbooks exclusively to them. There's still like things like Redbox, who they have like 29,000 rental kiosks. I mean, I never did the rental kiosks. I never did the DVD deliveries and mail stuff and like that, like with Netflix and that. I was always just, why would you do that when you could just buy a DVD or rent a DVD if you weren't sure about buying it? You could rent it from a store. Why would you wait to sort of have it delivered, then have to go to the trouble of sending it back? I'd never got that, but apparently some of those are still around. Netflix ended theirs back in September. But yeah, it's not the best thing. I mean, the first 6 months of 2023 saw a 28% drop in physical media products sold at the same time the year before, and a lot of people are buying from second-hand stores, I think. And I mean, I did that a bit with Cash Converters. I used to get a lot of stuff from there, but I also that was just sort of just shopping and browsing. I just see stuff, whereas, you know, titles I really wanted or couldn't wait for, I'd buy, or sometimes I'd have to order them from the States if you couldn't get them here. Sometimes I just couldn't wait, and I'd get the international ones, and then I'd end up buying the local ones when they came out later because I couldn't wait for the other ones. So I'd have the local one as well as the international one in case I no longer had a multi-zone player in the future. So, but I don't know if it's, I mean, it's kind of understandable, because what's happening is basically the general public would be buying DVDs, and when streaming came in, people stopped buying DVDs because most of these people don't care about quality or content, really. They really just, the quality of content, they really just need, you know, to fill time. It's really just disposable content for them. They don't really care, you know, they just need entertainment, you know, that they can just, you know, have easily and not have to worry. Whereas collectors and film lovers, they care about the content and the quality and the variety and the special features and the all those sort of elements. And now at least the boutique sellers that are sort of taking over, they know what the audience wants. They're catering for the audience, so we're getting better quality of content now. Where instead of getting volume, where all the big studios would pump out all their sort of, you know, videos for DVDs, films for the year, we're more getting places re-releasing movies in good quality versions with different features and extended versions and things like that, and steelbooks and collectible elements. So there's a good side to it. It's becoming more of a boutique industry that caters more for the audience and collectors, so we're getting better quality, we're just getting less. But if, you know, the quantity didn't have the quality, because it's all just, you know, all the studio stuff, the places that, you know, have the retail stores all selling their DVDs, because a lot of the smaller sellers couldn't get into the chains. So now, since they're selling online and everyone's selling online, they're managing to get more of a hold. So it's interesting, but it's sad, because, I mean, part of it is the studios don't want to support it because they want to support, well, they were pushing to support streaming because that's where they thought all the money was going to be. And it's one of those things where it wasn't what people were expecting. And there is still value to physical media, just like there's value to cinema, like there's value to, you know, commercial TV and even cable. Even like a lot of people got rid of cable because of the expense, and they didn't, you know, with streaming you didn't have to worry about ads, and you didn't have to pay for all these different services, because it was only like Netflix, and now there's like 50 streaming services and they all have ads, and you have to pay to get rid of the ads, so you're basically paying as much or more as you were for cable. But at least then you had some, I mean, you have buffering and, you know, compression issues, and there's just a lot of issues. And I don't know, part of me is like, we're still going to have physical media. It's not dead, it's not dying, but it's changing form from like a mainstream, generic sort of studio, big chain retail sort of thing to more of a, you know, boutique cottage industry quality collectible sort of market. So I don't think it's totally going away, but it's it'd be nice if the general public, you know, appreciated, you know, physical media more and appreciated cinema and that more than they do, and they wouldn't just consume the disposable sort of, you know, streaming that they are, and all the issues with that, which I'm not going to go into. That's a whole other video. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. A little bit sad, but then it's like, no, we're going to be okay. It's changing, and I think it's ultimately changing for the better quality-wise. But it just makes you a bit nervous, because when you're dealing with less volume of people and, you know, smaller numbers of places, you know, there's more chance of, you know, things, you know, failing or whatever. And, you know, it was sort of felt safer when you had the sort of big sort of mass sort of marketing push for it, whereas now it's more just boutique and collectors. But we'll see.